This is your host, Mareli Scott, your authenticity host. I'm a speaker, entrepreneur, and a global networker. Marina, are you there?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. You are here at the right time with the right people. I'm so excited about this. Our authenticity host, all the way from South Africa, Pretoria, Mareli Scott, is here to share with you a little bit of herself. Over to you, Mareli.
Good evening, Marina. I want to thank you first for allowing me to come back onto your show. And I would like to thank Philip Chan as well, our friend that we have in common that actually introduced us, and for JT Fox as well. If it wasn't for him, none of this would have happened. Tonight, I want to talk about why authenticity isn't as common as we actually think. And Mariana, you're welcome to join in anytime you want to.
It is your show, so thank you so much.
Okay. So, the most actually authentic for me definition of authenticity I found is being true to one's personality, your spirit, or your character. And for me personally, authenticity means actually that you are being true to the best version of yourself. And actually, the more I meet highly successful people, the more I actually started to realize that authenticity is one of the qualities that I value the highest in people. And it got me thinking that then it must not be as common as we really think. And it's almost like it started to become an X factor that people look for in people. Did you see that as well? Can you relate to that?
Yes, absolutely agree with you. And I was wondering, what do you think is the difference between being original and being authentic?
That's a great question. There's a very, very close correlation, I think. Authenticity, I think, is staying true to your originality. Like you can be original, the first of something, or the first. You are unique. All of us are unique, but I think authenticity is actually being true to that, staying true to that, and living that way. I don't know if it makes sense.
Does I this is a question actually from Smith.
Oh,
I can't pronounce the other name, from Amsterdam. Sorry. So
oh,
I do apologize. I'm not quite sure how to read it. Got lots of different characters. So yes, authenticity is the absolute key, the passport to a great existence, and
yes,
could help you turn the ordinary self into an extraordinary life. So
yes,
it's a
exactly.
journey. So I can see that being original, yes, why not? But being authentic, it's a notch up. You know, it's the difference between believing in yourself and just doing things which are original.
Yes, yes. It's a commitment, a life commitment, I think, as well.
So you take responsibility of your own self, of your own
Yes,
talent, whatever it is that you love, you take responsibility and full charge of that, and then everything happens from there. What do you think?
yes, yes. I agree with you 100%.
Thank you.
uh,
It's just the inner voice, you know,
yes,
because some people are so harsh on themselves, and they, when being original, it's maybe a lot easier, but most people won't feel fit to be authentic. They won't feel fit to display the wonderful qualities and abilities, everything they already have, because they
yes,
think they're not good enough. And it's that inner voice, which perhaps, you know, I was thinking the other day, when we treat everyone so nice, everybody we love, we treat them so nice, and we talk to them as if they're worth talking with them. But when it comes to ourselves, we have this rush about, we don't have time for ourselves, don't have time to be kind to ourselves or to love
Yes.
ourselves. So that, all of that, I think it's putting the brakes on discovering your true self, your authentic self, and
Yes.
delivering according works, amazing works. Because once you
Yes.
discover what you can deliver, of course you can create and create because you could deliver. But if you don't know you are able to do that, because you don't know, you just think, oh, I'm just original, another original guy or girl, is not listening to yourself, is not listening to your inner voice.
Yes. Yes. And in general, I think when people, because it got me thinking actually, why are the majority of people not actually seen as authentic or feeling authentic or living that way? And I think in general, it's people that actually live in their comfort zones. There are so many people that are so afraid to try something new. And actually, usually I like to compare a comfort zone, or in my head, I like to associate it with a box. And if you can imagine yourself in a box, now there are two ways I believe you can get in that box. And one way is you put yourself in there, or someone else or external factors can put you in there. And does it make sense to you?
Does makes total sense, because I for many years, um, some friends of mine were talking about, well, I think it's time for me to start thinking outside the box. And I was thinking, and then I was asking them, so what box? I can't see any box. What box
Yes,
are they talking about? But yes, I see the social conditioning making you feel that you are not worthy of having your own place and
yes,
putting your name on that space, which is your
yes.
personal brand. And honestly, I never heard of personal brand before I took this journey. It's only when I retired, actually. So
Wow,
I had no idea that such thing exists. I was very much involved in a very transactional, demanding world. So I had to deliver each month a certain amount of figures. There were lots of zeros after that. So after all,
wow,
so I had to deliver that. So I had no time of even considering anything else. Everything were figures, and it
wow.
was a race. And when I retired, and I realized that nobody needs me anymore. From now on, I went into a dark place, into a very dark place where, like an old Kodak pictures, before the digital era, you had to take the camera into a dark place, into a dark room, so you could
Oh
develop the
yes, to
colors,
develop.
develop the picture. So
Yes,
it's exactly how I felt, and
wow,
because it was so dark and the colors would keep coming, it's when I realized that yes, you could take my time away from me. I've been a slave to the banks all my life. I've been working to provide and serve other people, either my clients or, and I'm very grateful for that, of course, my clients, my family. But then once I retired, even I had a very comfortable life, which I never enjoyed before. I had no idea how to feel comfortable. I was always very edgy and running and rushing. I realized that there is no need for me anymore. So it's when I start wondering if it's worth living.
wow.
And it's when I left home and I went away from home and I started traveling, and I've been to so many countries, and one of my favorite places, of course, is South Africa because of the people. So it wasn't me trying to be a Lonely Planet type of writer. It was me just mesmerized by the fact that best things in life are not things, are people.
Yes, sure.
So it's when
Hmm.
I rediscover life, when I rediscover myself, when I reinvented myself. And since I don't know where I'm going, I'm just I can't help it. I'm keep going. So it's a journey now. So I I
Awesome.
ended the race, and by ending the race, I started the journey.
Wow. That's that's amazing. Thank you for sharing your story.
Yes, so it is your show, so
I know. I love it. You can talk.
I think that authenticity is not necessarily something valuable or something that somebody needs, but it's like oxygen. You know,
Yes.
it's you can't live
Yes.
without. You can't live home without.
Yes. Very true. So I would like if I can go back a little bit.
Yes, please.
uh,
Sorry.
no, no, no. So I was thinking about ways that you can actually get into the box or into your comfort zone. And if I think back in my life, thought of some examples like, obviously negative self-talk and fear, fear for the unknown, and yeah, feeling that you're not worthy or that you are just a normal being. You're not supposed to be someone extraordinary, and you also probably have some examples of no voices going on in your head. And then the other way of getting the box is from people from outside, and even I was thinking, even the slightest comment, if you're not secure in yourself, the slightest comment from someone else can stay in your head and can actually later manifest in your life. Even in the times when I struggled, it was as simple as someone saying, "Why are you so shy? Why are you so quiet? Why don't you say anything?" Or "Why are you so nervous?" Even stuff like that can put you into that box or let you creep into that hole.
So it is. So
Okay.
you are saying that um, the level of your vibes, your vibrations, are allowing the others to put you in a wrong category, to box you in a category which is similar
Yes.
with nothingness.
Yes. Yes. It's so easy when you, especially when you're still trying to find yourself. You're not sure what your purpose is in life, or you're not very secure in yourself. It's very easy to start believing what people are saying, and whatever the comments they direct at you. Especially if you hear it more than once, it's easy for you to accept that and just say, okay, maybe it's true that this is who I am, or this is who I'm supposed to be, or I'm not meant to do for greatness. Um, we will not go too deep into that or to get too depressing. But you are free to jump in. But yeah, if you look at the box further, actually, um, how you can get out of it, because I believe that we all are destined for greatness. We none of us were created to have a mediocre life and to not believe in ourselves and live fully. And obviously, you would agree with me that in order to become the best version of yourself, you need to grow. And the best way to grow is to expand your comfort zone. So to break out of that box. And if you look at the box, inside it can be comfy. Maybe you can feel you're safe there, safe from the weather, but it's also dark and nothing can grow in there, like in your comfort zone. You can't grow when you're in your comfort zone, and people can move you from the outside. They can manipulate you. You can easily be thrown around. Um, so that's just why I use the box metaphor usually. And yeah, so like we said, opinions of other people can um, put you on another path that you're not supposed to be in. That's not what wasn't destined for you and for your life actually. Are you still there? Yeah.
Yes. You know what? You inspire me, and actually, you are answering some of my questions which I couldn't figure out by myself. I couldn't figure out the answer. So now I think I got it. Listen to this, Marley. Are you
Yeah.
ready for this? I'm having like a eureka moment. Well,
Okay.
so originality. You remember that question
Yes.
from our listener? So originality is something you could have, and you
Mhm.
could have tons of it. It's not really relevant. But authenticity is something you could only feel.
Oh yes, that's very
Wow.
true.
Oh, thank you, Marily. You know, because I couldn't really understand why I'm not so impressed by originality. You know, why? Because it's what you feel. So when you
Yes.
feel you are outside that box, when you feel that you dismantle the box, it's that power. You feel authentic. You
Yes.
feel that you don't need to. You could create new rules. You are a game changer. It's like, okay, being original, you have to be doing this and this and this, but feeling authentic.
Yes. And it
It's
gets addictive.
wow. No, it's no limit. There are no limits. It's
Yes.
feeling limitless. Feeling that I could create anything I put my mind to it because I feel the power.
Yes. Wow. You
Oh,
actually
thank you, Marley. You
making it
know,
clear for me as
oh, I'm
well.
so grateful.
So yes, so I quickly want to talk about how you can expand your comfort zone. Obviously, it's quite obvious, but we don't always think about it. So you have to break out of that box and that comfort zone. If it is with a big bang or if it's small, consistent movements, you have to get out of that box. It doesn't matter um, what you don't know what's going outside, what's in the future, but you have to look outside of the box. You have to, even if you make a small hole. So um, I say you can expand your comfort zone or break out of that box is by conquering your fears head on. If it's fears of the unknown or fear of failure, so many fears and fears are actually just things we are making up in our heads anyway. And by trying something new at least once a week or so, you can say how much or how often, and it can be different things. For someone that maybe never gets out of the house, it could be just getting in your car and driving somewhere, or just, or someone that's afraid of speaking to someone uh, uh, that's not familiar to them, to a stranger, can be as easy as going, or a small movement as going to the shopping center or going to a shop and just starting to talk with the person behind you, or even just greet them. It doesn't have to be big movements, but as long as you do it consistently and set goals that force you to reach higher and further beyond your current capabilities. And if you can do that and make it a habit, you will get addicted to it. It's like adrenaline rush almost, and you will. It's a good addiction to get used to, but like you said, then uh, the possibilities are endless, and you are more powerful than you can even imagine. You can conquer so many things, and that's also the only way you can, I believe, or the biggest way that you can learn about yourself. If you don't try anything new, you wouldn't know if you like something or if you don't like something, or how would you react in this scenario or in that scenario. Um, so yes, um, I would like everybody that's listening tonight, I want to give you homework
Yes.
uh, to just write down, sit with a book and listen to the voices in your head. Don't just analyze it. Think what you heard, what people told you, or what you tell yourself, and in what situations you feel like, okay, now I'm creeping into my hole. Now I don't feel confident. I feel insecure, or I don't feel good about something. So I think it's important to identify that thought so you can conquer it and work on it, and to see when it is that you feel you're going back into your box. If it's maybe, for me sometimes it's, I love me time, like I told you the other day, but but sometimes if I'm alone for too long and I don't see friends, I can easily get depressed. So a lot of times I will see that I'm starting to feel, if someone invites me somewhere and I feel like, I don't know, I'm not in the mood for people, I'll just stay at home. Now I know, okay, that's a sign. Now I need to push that comfort zone and put your makeup on, put your clothes on, and get out there. And then it feels so much better, and you feel really like you can conquer the world. You feel recharged. And whereas if I had to stay home, I would probably just feel there.
Very good. Coming
Yeah.
back to what you said, could you phrase the homework again, just in a couple of words? What is expected from our listeners to deliver for till next time?
Okay. Um, I want you to analyze and identify um, the voices in your head, the voices that you tell yourself, and what other people tell you or told you that's limiting you and putting you into that box. So you can, and also the fears that keep you in that box. So you can identify that and work towards conquering them one by one. And also focus on situations where, if you look back in situations that you feel uncomfortable with, or you feel you don't feel confident, you would just rather go sit somewhere in the dark or in a corner, because that's exactly the scenarios that you have to work on and to push yourself to conquer in order to expand your comfort zone, to get closer to the best version of yourself that you need to be.
Wow, that's some homework. Busy for a while. Well, I'll get on with it. And while we are here, I'm thinking that you know how sometimes you are about to say something.
Yeah.
Somebody is telling you something. Let's say you are telling me something, and I don't know how to answer. I have that void because I'm
Oh,
afraid of answering the right way or maybe saying the wrong thing, or and I go blank. And actually, a few minutes later or a few days later, I'm thinking, oh my God, this is what I should have said. But that
yeah.
blockage, that you know that feeling. So that
Yes.
blockage comes from not practicing your authentic self, your true original. Because
Yes.
you are original, but you are thinking maybe I should say something to please the person who is talking to me.
Exactly. Yes. That's
Instead
what.
of being my true self. And it's almost like you need validation for your originality to feel
Yes.
authentic.
Yes.
So
Wow,
of
that's
course
so
everybody
true.
is original, and you can't not be original, but you are afraid of expressing whatever you want to say, and you are afraid of being truly original, afraid of not upsetting somebody or not providing
Yes.
it's so much pressure on people. And I was talking the other day with my coach, and she was saying that many times in her life when she did not make the right decision was because she did not feel authentic.
Wow.
And it's a feeling. It's a feeling. So once you know who you are, and you know this is me, this is my original self. I don't care what you think of me. I don't
Yes, exactly.
care what is not my business to know what you think of me. That's your business. My
Yes.
business is to be me. That's my only business.
Exactly, and you have to take that risk. Like you said, you don't know what to answer. That's also a way to push your comfort zone and to block that noises in your head. Uh, that's like you said, you're trying to get validation from outside, and you're worried about what they are going to say. But you have to take that risk and answer true to yourself. Like you said, if they don't like it, it shouldn't affect you. If you're if you're
Yes.
true to yourself and you're fine with yourself, then it shouldn't affect you whatever they answer.
So in other words, being faithful to yourself.
Yes.
Wow. Wow, Marley, thank you.
We're getting very deep, yeah.
Oh my God, this is, I had a couple of Eureka moments already.
Me
So
too.
I'll do my homework. We'll ask our listeners to do the same and see what's happening next. What is the key message for today, Marley?
Okay. Well, the key message is just in a nutshell that authenticity is actually something that you have to work on. It's a lifestyle. You're not just born with it and it happens automatically. You have to work on it. And it goes with being true to the best version of you. But to be the best version of you, you need to grow. And to grow, you have to get out of your comfort zone. That's it.
Wow, somebody sent me an email with a picture of Will Smith, and I think the text on the picture was, if I can remember, so you have to set your goals that are so huge that when you look at them, it's impossible to feel ready for that. But you have to
Yes.
grow into that person who can.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That's so on point.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
your authentic self. That is the person who you are, is the person who you want to become.
Yes. And I believe the person that you want to become, if you know yourself, is actually the same person you were meant to be. You were created to be as well. And it goes with, like you said, it's from inside. I think authenticity goes with it's a kind of peace inside yourself as well.
Wow. Food for thought. Wow, Marley, wow, this is a journey. This is the journey. Thank you so much for our listeners for listening in. And we love each one of you. And we are waiting for you. We are here. We have all the time in the world. We are waiting for you to decide to grow into the person you were designed to be. From both
Yes.
of us, until next time, is goodbye.
Bye bye.
Stay authentic. Grow authentic. Goodbye.
Yes. Bye.